Hello, so let's go over 1.4, the first two sides here. So solving for A, you should have gotten A equals QF over K, or FQ over K. That's fine as well. Looking for F, you should have had AK over Q or KA over Q. And then the tougher one, solving for Q, you would have had to, or you should have cross multiplied to get this answer. You should have gotten AK over F or KA over F. These are my best fit lines. So the first two are linear. The third one is curved. So the answers to these, this would have been the slope of 5, the slope of 3, the slope of 0 is flat, -3, -5, and then infinity, if you're familiar with that symbol. Let's see. Now, to figure out the slope of the line, I don't know how you guys would have done this if you didn't print it off, but if you did print it off, you should have drawn a best fit line that looks somewhat like this, just kind of fitting the data, some of the points above, some of them are below. Now, calculate the slope. Notice I used two triangles. I used the triangle at this intersection here, and then I used a triangle where the y-intercept is. And to figure out the rise, well, that is 5, it looks like it's right on the 500. And then I'm going to subtract off where it looks like it meets at about 10. So 500 minus 10, 500 minus 10 is my run, which is 490 soda cans. And then my run is 80 minus 0. So that's just 80 days. Putting that into the formula, so 490 cans divided by 80 days gives me 69 cans per day. And then, so that's my M, so y equals mx plus b. And my b, I just read right off the graph, it looked like it was about 10 cans. So you should have gotten a slope somewhere around 6.1 for your slope. And if you got something like 7, you probably did something wrong. But anyway, that's how that should look. So here is my my data that I graphed. This is the data that we did. I just went and did this on the computer. What I want to do is do a little bit of interpolating, which means looking in between data points, and extrapolating, which means looking beyond the data points out here somewhere. We're going to do interpolating. We'll just look by reading it off the graph. So how many cans of soda were drank after 36 days? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 blanks. This goes up by 20, which means each one of these must be worth 4. So 24, 28, 32, 36. So 36, so we're right about here. And these go up by 20, so it looks like about 230 cans we should be about what we drank. So that's interpolating. We can go the other way. We can say how many days did it take to drink 450 cans? Well, then we'll start at 450, which should be right in between these two lines. Okay, and that meets us right about here. Which this, using the same scale, this would be about 73. About 73 days would be about how long it took. Now, using the equation, we can also extrapolate, and instead of just reading it off the graph, we can use our equation. And this is the same equation that we generated for the homework. So y equals 6x plus 10. So how long would it take to drink 225 or 2,250 cans of soda? Use the equation. Okay, so we're looking for how long, which is going to be the x. So we're looking for the x value, and our y is 2250 because this is on the y-axis, so 2,250. So we're going to substitute into that equation. So 2250 equals 6.1x plus 10. Okay. At this point, we can just solve the equation, which I'm going to do on my calculator. So to solve this, first off, you would subtract off the 10 and get 2240 equals 6.1x, and then divide that by 6.1, and you get about 367 days would be our answer. The key thing here, and the thing that you don't want to screw up, is that we know we were given the y value because it's on the y-axis, cans, and we were looking for the x. A lot of kids mix up these. And don't do that. The similar problem here, how many soda cans do you think we would drink after 185 days? Okay, this time it gives us days, so it gives us the x, because we're on the x-axis here. And we're looking for the y, we're looking for soda cans. So that's going to be y equals 6.1 times 185 plus 10. So at this point, it's just a simple math problem. So 6.1 times 185 plus 10, 6.1 times 185 plus 10 gives us about 1,139. So 1,139, rounded just a little bit, would be the answer to that problem. And again, the key thing is it gave us the x value. So when we were looking for the y, make sure you're careful with that so you don't do a problem the wrong way. Okay, so when you're graphing, things to watch out for, make sure you put the right variable on the right axis. The x-axis is your independent variable, and that's important. Use at least half the graph. You don't have to use 100% of the graph because that would be pretty hard to do, but you try to use at least half the graph. Make sure you label both axes, the x and the y, with the title of the axis and the units in parentheses. Use the line of best fit to find the slope. Don't use data points. Use the line of best fit, and use triangles to show me the points that you're looking at on your line. And then make sure you show work for slope, and don't forget units on your slope, because all numbers have units, so at least most of them anyway. That's that.